How you got started in this in racing?
In racing, well, I grew up in a farm in France, and I worked a little bit at the farm. I went to school, studied riding. I loved the training part more than the farm, and I went to Christophe Clement in New York. I was assistant for him for several years. I had a great time, very good experience, um, and I started training on my own.
But as a kid, you was with the horses from a kid, or
I was exposed to the thoroughbreds at age 11, and right away I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
how do a kid at 11 years old figure that out?
Well, when that's all you want to do, like your vacation, your weekends, your everything is just wrapped around horses. You've got a pretty good idea that I mean, at the time I didn't say I'm gonna make it my profession, but that's all I wanted to do.
Who was your mentor back in France as a young man?
So I had different people I work for that I really admire, that were my mentor. One of them was Alain de Roy-Dupré, which was like a very famous and one of the most successful trainer in Chantilly. Train a lot of Grade One winner, including Breeders' Cup and stuff. And I would say that that's probably one of the person that marked me the most.
What would you say the biggest difference is in racing from back in the days versus today?
I'm not sure. Maybe it was a little more simple at the time. There's a lot of rules, a lot of things that we have to go through before we can get a horse to the races. But I also understand that safety is an important factor, and also make sure that our help work in good condition and keep being productive with having a good time.
And how important is the people on the backstretch, right? That take care of the horses every day, the hot walkers, the grooms, the exercise riders, all the others, the people that they don't see.
We couldn't do without them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't do without them. I mean, I'm very happy with my team. They're all good people. Some of them are, they have their forte and their plus or minus. But for the most part, they really like the horses and they want to do right and learn. So to me, it's a huge part of our industry.
And how would you describe your training style?
Progressive.
Yeah. You hear a lot of stories about the old time horsemen from back in the days, right?
Right.
What made these people so good?
I think maybe thing at the time was maybe a little more simple, meaning like an easier to start and test yourself and learn. And there was less pressure right away. It's very difficult in these days to start with a stable. You've got the financial aspect of it. I mean, racehorses are very expensive, probably a lot more than they used to be. So it's a little less accessible, and you need to make sure that you're on your A game right away. I think that the other generation had probably more time to develop like skills, to develop their own program.
And what's some of the good horses you've been around?
I've been around a few. Gio Ponti being one. He was Eclipse winner turf horse. I went to Dubai with a horse named Dinever, who was second in the World Cup. I was riding him at the time, in the morning, exercising and stuff. So there were a few, but really they're all important. When you win a race, the financial aspect is one thing, but everybody's happy to win a race, and to me they're all important.
What's the feeling, right, when your big horse win the big race and get back to the barn?
Well, you're proud, you're happy for the team, and also for the owners, because at the end of the day we wouldn't be here without them. So it's a whole teamwork. It's a big recognition, also a long time work, because you see a horse winning a race. That's mean that everybody's been working on that horse for 2 or 3 years. So it's huge.
And